after a fairly long journey, it looks like Don't Hug Me I'm Scared has finally found its home over in the jolly UK on Channel 4, which is really good news. From what I've gathered, Channel 4 is a fantastic network that really believes in its creators and wants them to make what they want to make because they believe that makes for the best content. That's perfect. Literally the perfect mission statement. It's not their actual mission statement, but that's what I've gathered from them. If there's something I don't know about and why they're terrible, let me know in the comments below, but from what I can see, it seems like a really solid place for this show to land. I know a lot of us wanted to see it on Adult Swim. I'm still in that boat. I think that would have been a nice spot for it, but I think Channel 4 is a close second. I didn't even know it existed, but after seeing what they've got, it makes sense why Becky and Joe would kind of push for this to be the spot the show lands on. Being based in the UK on a UK channel with a UK production company, it's all fantastic. It makes perfect sense why they would do this, and I think it's going to turn out really, really well, despite a few red flags that I want to kind of push down for right now. There are people worried about a statement from Fiona McDermott where she basically said this is going to be a show for younger audiences, at least when it comes to having a following like this. Now, younger audiences is kind of an ambiguous term. That could mean anything from like, oh, the show's for 2 to 6, when in reality, I think what she's talking about is from the age range of like 13 to 16. Not anything that young, maybe 13 to 18, even older audiences. Plus, TV in the UK is a good deal different. If you haven't seen any British sitcoms or anything like that, first two I would recommend are The IT Crowd and Peep Show. They're fantastic to check out, but just watching those shows, you'll get a vibe for kind of how they approach things. They don't go on for too very long. They kind of get cut off in their prime when they're at the top of their game. It's fantastic because then you never reach those lulls that American sitcoms fall into. And I have some strong feelings about some fairly popular sitcoms that people stand behind over here in the good old USA that really should have been cut off sooner and maybe followed this model a bit more. And however, I think there's British sitcoms that should have gone on for a little bit while longer because I think there's still stuff that could be done in them. Those are videos from different days. But for right now, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared in Channel 4 seems like a good fit, and this is nothing to worry about. The younger audience's statement is nothing to be scared of. It's not going to be whitewashed and become an actual children's TV show. It's going to be what Becky and Joe want it to be, and that's why this is the location that they ended up at. It makes perfect sense. They were looking for the perfect spot. Channel 4 turned out to be that perfect spot for them. And like I said at the start of the video, there are people that are afraid they're not going to be able to watch this outside of the UK. You can, it just takes a little bit of extra effort. I don't know what the actual streaming deal with it will be, but you'll probably wind up needing a VPN, which if you don't have already, I think you should have one. I'm not sponsored by any, but you can find someone who is. Someone sponsor me. But the point is that you can get around that. There are ways to watch the show right as it airs, and it's no problem whatsoever. It will be a little bit of an obstacle, but nothing too crazy. And for all we know, someone in the US could get the streaming rights, and we could be watching it right as it comes out. Someone like Hulu, HBO Max, something like that. Someone could get the rights to this and stream it over here like the UK does with some of our content. All in all, though, this is fantastic news. I don't think there's anything to be worried about in all of this, unless we get some sort of press release saying that it gets delayed because of creative differences. The second that happens, red flags can start going up, and I will acknowledge them 100%, but for right now, this is phenomenal news. It is fantastic. From what I can gather, this is one of the best places for Don't Hug Me I'm Scared the series to land, and as for a release date, probably still 2021. I think the show still has work to be done in it. I know there are people clamoring about an image where it says 2020 is when it's coming. It's possible, fall of 2020, it's definitely possible, but we haven't seen what they've actually been working on behind the scenes, so for all I know, it could be 2 episodes they have done, or 8 episodes they have done, or just the pilot episode. We don't really know for sure. So don't get your hopes up for the fall. If it comes out, let it be a pleasant surprise, but I think it's safe to expect 2021. 100%. With the support they have now, with an actual channel to air on, 2021 is a lot more likely. I can't believe how much these dates have changed around in just the last few weeks. It went from it's going to come out 2 weeks ago, then it went to maybe 2022, and then things get nailed down and secured where it's looking like 2021 is a safe bet, and I think 2021 right now is the best time for the show to come out so they can really get everything done. But again, for all we can know, the show is already done. That's something to consider. But for right now, I would like to hear what you guys think about all of this down in the comments section below. I read every single comment on this channel, so don't be shy. Yours will be read, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.